And this is how President Sadat, the president of Egypt, was assassinated live on TV.
Picture this. It's October 6th, 1981, and Cairo is alive with noise. The city is buzzing because this is not just any day. It is the 8th anniversary of the Yom Kippur War, and Egypt is putting on a massive military parade to celebrate. Tanks are rolling, jets are flying overhead, soldiers are marching in perfect formation, and sitting right in the center of it all, high on the review stand, is President Anwar Sadat. He is dressed in full military uniform, smiling, waving, his chest full of medals, soaking in the glory. At that moment, he looks untouchable, the proud leader of a nation on display. But here is the thing. Not everyone is celebrating. Sadat had become a deeply controversial figure in Egypt. On one hand, many still saw him as a hero. Just a few years earlier, he had shocked the Arab world by signing a peace treaty with Israel. For some, that made him a man of courage, someone who finally ended decades of bloodshed. But for others, especially Islamist extremists and hardline nationalists, it made him a traitor who had sold out Egypt and the Arab cause. They saw peace, not as bravery, but as betrayal. And on this day, at that parade, they are not just angry. They are waiting for their moment. The parade keeps rolling, tanks pass, jets roar overhead. Sadat leans forward, enjoying the show. Then, it happens. One of the army trucks brakes hard right in front of the grandstand. At first, nobody reacts. People think it might be part of the performance. Then suddenly, the back of the truck bursts open. Soldiers jump out. But these are not ordinary soldiers. They wear Egyptian uniforms, yes, but they are loyal to something else entirely. They are members of a radical Islamist group. And this is their chance. Their leader, Lieutenant Khalid al-Islambouli, shouts at the top of his lungs, "Death to the Pharaoh!" And with that, chaos explodes. The assassins hurl grenades toward the president and his entourage. Some go off, blasting smoke into the stands. The air shakes with the sound of explosions. Then rifles are raised, and in seconds, bullets are flying straight at President Sadat and everyone around him. The scene collapses into panic. People scream. Ministers and generals throw themselves to the ground. Chairs flip over. Guards scramble for cover. Sadat's security team freezes, and that hesitation proves fatal. Bullets rip through the air. Sadat is hit almost instantly, struck multiple times in the chest. He collapses backward in his chair, blood soaking through his uniform. Around him, officials dive to the floor. The crowd stampedes, ducking and clawing to escape. A few guards fire back, but it is already too late. In just minutes, the president of Egypt, the man who made peace with Israel, the man once seen as a giant on the world stage, is dying at the very parade meant to honor him. 11 others are killed in the attack and dozens more are wounded. Sadat is rushed to the hospital, but his injuries are too severe. After 2 hours, doctors cannot save him. The assassins do not even try to flee. They are all captured on the spot. Later, in court, Khalid al-Islambouli proudly declares that he killed Sadat because the president had betrayed Islam. He is sentenced to death and executed by firing squad. But the shock of that day does not end there. Sadat's assassination shakes Egypt and the entire Middle East. Ordinary Egyptians mourn while others quietly cheer. The region holds its breath, unsure of what will come next. Soon, his vice president, Hosni Mubarak, who survived the attack by ducking for cover, takes power. And he will go on to rule Egypt with an iron grip for nearly 30 years. And here is the twist. Sadat thought that peace would secure his legacy and bring stability to Egypt. Instead, that very peace turned him into a target. And on the day meant to celebrate his greatest military victory, he was killed by his own soldiers.
Now we have Ibrahim Traore, who is the current, whom they term him as terrorist. Why? It's because he is standing for the interest of the African. He is standing for the policies of the black man. And now he is doing everything possible to fight for the right of a black person. And now by doing so, he has been termed as a terrorist. On the other side, you find most of these African leaders, they are always there, going to visit the West, given the donation that they are given, of which they are going for the favor of their interest and for their families and for their stomach. When they come back, they have been poisoned just to fight their own. So now we are going to fight against our own until when? This is the biggest question that at the moment each and every other African leader should be asking themselves. When are you going to sit in the African Union seat waiting for solution of which is going to take forever? And you know it's not going to happen, but you are always there to sit and wait for this particular solution. Until when? So now, Ibrahim Traore needs to be protected by all means. At the moment, he has thrown out the French language to be national, and now he has brought Swahili on board. Swahili is on board in Burkina Faso as now a national language. Africanization is the thing. Africanization is the deal. Now, on the other side, France economy is dropping by millions on, like, let me say, not even on monthly basis, on weekly basis, on daily basis as well. Because where they used to get a lot of resources, now the tunnel has been blocked. Now the debt is growing day by day, day by day. So I don't know what Macron is going to do about it, but they have decided to come up with the different strategies of bringing this man on board. But now there's no way you, as my enemy, can invite me for us to share a meal on the same table. That is an African proverb. Until next time, my name is Isaac Wabomba. Let's engage in the comment section. Bye-bye for now.